Hey there, and welcome to the Prosper in the Land Show, episode 1. My name is Connor Clark, and I am an entrepreneur. I am a professor of tourism at Texas A&M University. This is my own endeavor, of course, that I do, not representing my day job in any way. But of course, I love to teach. So that's part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've created the course Quest Launch Courses, designed to help small business owners and professionals really develop the mindset and the technical skills that they need to succeed. And so now this is another medium that I've created that I want to use to connect with each of you and really just tell more about my story. So why am I creating this show, Prosper in the Land? What does that even mean? Really, I read about, this is actually a phrase that comes from a book of scripture that I love dearly. And really, in essence, it's just blessed by God. You know, when we do the right thing, we will be blessed by God. We will prosper in the land. You know, if you look up prosperity in the dictionary, it usually gives you a definition of some kind of material wealth, right? You know, to be prosperous is to have lots of material wealth. And while having an amount of wealth and material wealth especially is very important, I really do look at prosperity as a much broader concept. You know, how are we in our relationships? How do we feel about ourselves, our emotions, you know, our mindset, our frame of mind, how we view our own life each day, how we view this world. I think this is so important when we talk about prosperity. You know, how are we doing, right? You can be filthy rich and you can be miserable. You can have terrible relationships. You can have success in terms of you've made a lot of money, you've got a mansion, but really, in my definition, it's not success if you feel like a failure, if you don't feel happy in what you're doing, if you don't have, you know, love and passion in your life. That's so dang important. So again, why have I created this whole show? Well, now I've had quite the journey, and so I just feel like it's time to share more. I can go back in my life about 11 plus years ago. I graduated from Thunderbird School of Global Management, got a degree in international business, and that was my plan to complement my undergraduate degree in Latin American studies. Now, and I chose that undergraduate degree because I love Latin America. I wanted to travel to Latin America and learn Spanish and have some kind of career that would take me down to Latin America. And lo and behold, today I do lots of my tourism research in Latin America. I live in Texas, so I'll go down to the Texas border. I used to live in Arizona, so I'd go down and do research at the Arizona-Mexico border. I've done research in Argentina, and I plan on going back and just getting started as far as lots of my Latin American travels are concerned. I also used to live in Peru, and for a time also in Paraguay, where I was consulting small businesses and really coaching them, mentoring them, teaching small business owners the essential skills that they need to succeed at running their business, you know, just like their accounting, their finance, really just teach them how to separate their own personal income from all their business expenses, teach them how to keep track of their sales, also teach them how to keep track of their expenses, and a little bit of, you know, doing marketing, just general leadership kind of principles. So that was lots of fun. But that was a show that ended at a certain point where I knew I had to switch directions, and so that's what led me to academia. So, but let me rewind though. So 11 years, I graduated with this master's degree, and I was actually about to go down to Peru and have a wonderful stint down there doing an internship where I would meet my wife, my amazing better half, who has been my wife of over 10 years now. We have 3 beautiful children. I actually got her right here. So before I even met her, I had graduated from this program deeply in debt. And really life had, the reality of my financial situation was starting to sink in by the time I was graduating. And I just realized that this was a terrible situation to be in. Oh my gosh, just like to have so much debt and really not have a plan for it of, you know, how am I going to pay this off? At the time, I was thinking that, oh, this is, you know, just something will happen, you know, like someone's going to save me, something good will happen to me. I truly did feel that. 11 years later, it turns out I did have a major miracle in terms of this debt, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. So really, I just want to tell a big story here. So that's just setting the stage. I was deeply in debt, and I'd also gone through some emotional trauma as well, just through grad school. A lot of people deal with depression and anxiety, hard times. So that was me. I just classic, really nothing too unique or special about that, but really felt certainly a depressing time, a dark time, a lonely time going through grad school. And I look back now and I'm just thinking, a lot of that has so much to do with the fact that I just didn't know my plan. What was the vision for my life? What did I want to do? The future was just like this dark abyss, this cliff. And it's like you graduate and they just launch you off and you're just thrown off, falling into the darkness. So I was very blessed even then though. I was very blessed. Got the internship to go down to Peru, met my wife. I told her everything. I just said, hey, I've had these emotional struggles in my not too distant past here, and just still kind of rebuilding myself. And then really it's just an insider scoop here. She really rebuilt me single-handedly as well since then. Just really rewired my whole mind, really led me on this whole new path. Just I give her all the credit in the world for that. So I was rebuilding myself though at the time I met her. She continued that process until today. Still rebuilding her husband. And then financially though, it was also a time of really trying to get things in order. So that's really the first thing I want to talk about is making a big plan, right? Making a big vision for your life. So what I wish I had done then is I had said, okay, here's just the simple math.